Alright, Aethermancer. We want to improve Aethermancer's features and balancing. You can help by sharing your game data with us. Sure. Have my data. Take it. Well, just kidding. Can't click on it. Controller? Controller. You're ready to go on your first adventure in the Fractured Ruins. It's weird that, like, it would not accept a mouse click at all. By the way. It might have accepted, like, enter or something, but anyway. Big buff monster guy better be the whole point of the game. Just saying, you know, for lore reasons. Right. This is a compressed demo experience of Aethermancer. Your goal is to reach and beat the boss of the second biome. Please keep in mind that the game is still being developed. We're adding content, features, and crushing bugs. As a community-driven project, your opinion is much appreciated. So if you have any feedback or encounter bugs, let us know on Discord, Steam forums, or via in-game or bug reporting. Let's do it. For too long, you've overstepped your place. Void will cover every city of our world, starting in Vigil. A fitting end, if considered. All was created. Now all shall share our fate. First the Fractured Ruins, and then all Terraste. Then you, Mithras, Siriu. Siriu! Siriu! Choose your soul-bonded monster. You can start with this monster in the future runs. Truth. Jotun. Burb. Mermal. Merman. Mermaid. Merthing. Fish. Merfish. So we have Scorched Earth, a signature trait, Grapple and Ignite. They cost resources, apparently. And Jotun, Rime Wind, signature trait, Roar, and Ice Smash. Looks like some elemental combinations on that one. We'll go with the red one. We're inside the void now. The entirety of the Fractured Ruins has been devoured by it. Wild monsters roam this area, my old friend. My old friend, I will once again require your support in battle. Sharoof! A wild monster's blocking our path. We'll have to fight it. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Monsters can use different actions in combat. Most actions cost ether to be used. There are 4 different elements of ether: fire, earth, water, and wind. You currently don't have much ether. Your only option is to use your monster's basic attack, which can always be used to generate additional ether based on your monster's elements. Nice animations. This is like a jackalope enemy. It's like a weird armadillo jackalope. Every enemy has a poise weakness. The color of the diamond icon next to their health bar corresponds to the element that they are weak to. Attack those enemies with enough hits of that element, and they will be staggered. A staggered enemy skips its next action and all damage against it is increased by 50%. Try it out. You have enough ether now to stagger your enemy. The enemy monster is now staggered, which means that you can use the capture action on this turn. Capture. The capture action lets you gain a monster's memento, which permanently unlocks that monster across all runs. Use the capture action on the enemy now. It's one of the Aethermancer's actions. Capture. Crafts a memento of target staggered monster, if it's not already owned. Consume 1 blank memento, currently held 3. Wolpertinger. Oh, it's a Wolpertinger. I think deep down we're all Wolpertingers. I think you might be right. This is the worthiness screen. Your monsters gain worthiness in combat through a variety of means, like dealing damage, healing allies, or preventing enemy actions. Worthiness provides a small permanent bonus to your monsters, which persist when you rebirth monsters on future runs. Alright. Loot drop. You gain drum, common equipment. On support action, cleanse 1 debuff and apply 1 temporary power to target ally. At the start of the combat, apply 1 temporary power to self. Ah, there's a monster shrine over there. These constructs have been created by my kind over the course of 1,000 years. I can perform a monster rebirth here. We should do so. Safety in numbers. Is this what they call the Pokemans? Yeah, it could be.
Welcome to B1K.
Waka Blitz with the Prime. Ooh, piece of candy. Piece of candy. Thank you so very much, Waka. Don't leave any love line around. Make sure you pick it up and take it with you, pretty please. Monster Rebirth allows you to add a new monster to your party. You only require a monster soul to do so. Each monster shrine may only be used once. You start each run with 3 monster souls. Each monster shrine offers you a random selection of monsters equal to the amount of monster souls you have. However, you also need to unlock monsters first by capturing their mementos. You currently only have the memento of the monster you fought earlier, so that's the only option available to you here. Rebirth Wolpertinger. Go, go. Yeah, really nice animations. This time, let's initiate combat by performing a Void Blitz. This ability allows the Aethermancer to ambush the enemies, which removes 2 poise from the targeted enemy. This makes them easier to stagger in combat. Got him. Go, go, Wolpertinger. Fucking get him. Your party is almost complete. You just need a 3rd monster now. To add a 3rd monster, you need at least 1 more memento. Stagger one of these enemy monsters and use the capture action on it to gain its memento. Good luck. Burb or wolf? Double wolf. There are 2 wolves. So can we capture it because it's staggered? Okay, I guess so. Got him. Attack him. Yeah, very good attack animations. Yeah, no complaints. Not yet, anyway. There's no reason to, like, save stuff between fights. Like, our resources reset every fight or whatever, so use those abilities. Like, there's these symbols here, but, like, I can't highlight them. Okay, detailed worthiness. There we go. There's a button to press for it. Damage dealt. Worthiness up. Actions prevented. Okay, I see. These are the reasons that they're gaining this amount of worthiness. I understand.
Welcome to
Atlee, thank you so very much for the 14 months of Prime. Don't leave any love lying around. Make sure you pick it up and take it with you. Pretty please. Pretty please. Allies gain plus 15% crit chance. Aether Fiend. Aura. Whenever an ally purges or steals ether, generates one additional ether of the same element. Purges destroys an enemy ether. And then steals an enemy ether. Okay. Thermburglar with the 5 gifted subs. Holy freaking butts. Don't leave any love lying around. Thermburglar, make sure you pick it up and take it with you. Jeez. Holy smokes. But, generates 1 additional ether of the same element. Allies take 1 more damage from all hits. Okay, seems like a lot. But, could be good. Cruelty. At the start of combat, and whenever an enemy is staggered, applies 1 force to self. Force turns each hit into a critical hit, which deals 50% more damage, rounded up, and plus 1 poise damage. Each hit consumes 1 stack. I go with cruelty, I guess. Get a guaranteed crit right off the bat. Gained a banner. Common equipment. All allies get plus 5% crit chance and plus 5% evasion. Sure. Get in there, Wolpertinger. Void jump. Wow, you are up at a height now. You can use the void dash to dash between cliffs when you get close enough to another cliff. You can see a phantom of Siriu to indicate that you can void dash to that cliff. Try it out here by dashing to the other cliff. Press B to dash when you see the phantom. Oh. That's a frog lady.
A body made of ether and a fellowship of beautiful little monsters. You must be the Aethermancer. I hope you're here to help us out and not cause more problems.
I will try my best, but who is us?
Sorry, rude of me to not introduce myself. I'm Lily, resident witch of Pilgrim's Rest, and I'm actually 12 frogs in a suit. You should come visit sometime. It's beautiful when there isn't a void threatening to swallow it whole.
Perhaps I will. My name is Siriu. I hope that no ill fate befalls Pilgrim's Rest and its people.
That's sweet of you to say. I knew it. Somebody with a band of monsters following them around can't be a bad person. How about this? Meet me in Pilgrim's Rest, and I will offer you my services. I'm an expert at soul bonding. You'll see. Soul bonding uses a monster's memento to bond its soul to you, which means it's always there with you when you need it.
Okay. So whenever I go into the void anew, is at my side if I choose it? That could be useful indeed.
Exactly. Also, I can help you out whenever we run across each other in the void. Here, I found this blank memento. You can use it to craft the memento of a monster, right?
Sure. Dang, I'll just destroy that really quick. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Nope. Can't attack that. Some monsters will attempt to ambush you. When you get close to them, you can press A to use the Void Parry to counter their ambush, giving you some same advantages as if you performed a Void Blitz. Okay. Bubble Trick. 2x2 damage. 2 times 2 damage against a target enemy. Applies sidekick to self. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this. The Mandragora. We just did a normal attack there? Okay. Can't use capture. Oh, got a crit. Got him. The Wolpertinger leveled up. Huzzah! Leadership. Aura. As long as this monster has sidekick, other allies gain +2 defense, or +2 damage. For every 3 ether purged or stolen by this monster, applies power to self. On interrupt, deals a 6 fire wind damage hit that hit to that enemy. Okay. Wolpertinger doing a roundhouse kick looks so hilariously badass. Yeah, it's good. Get some bonus defense, I guess. Why not? Summon another one pretty soon, I reckon. We got a monster soul. Hooray. These branching paths lead deeper into the void. I can sense that each path will take me to a different zone. All parts of the same biome, but with a different fate in store for me. This is but the beginning of my journey towards the core of the void. Ether Spring, Envoy, or a Knight. Or are you supposed to get a third monster? I don't think so. Not yet. I just assumed that I'm going to get one at some point. I have the resources to get a third monster, yes. But I can't get it yet. Coffee, when do we switch to White Russians? I don't know. When do we switch to White Russians? The tutorial said to capture one. Ah, okay. So yeah, when you capture, like, that basically gets the blueprint, but that doesn't actually add it to your party. So like that does not get added here yet. You add one here by going to a shrine, and then you get to choose from the ones that you have gotten blueprints for in the past. So this is the ether spring. So now I'm going to be able to get another one. When choosing your monster, you should primarily consider the monster's signature trait, elements, and types. This way you can quickly identify what the monster's strengths are and what role it can play in combat. So it has heal, regeneration, and weakness. And it has elements of earth and water. Or we have the fire and water with sidekick, power, and heal. Interesting. Aqua Pounce and Fire Fang, Spore, and Refreshment. This gives me a... Well, we're overlapping no matter what here, because we already have water on the Wolpertinger, I think. And we have fire for sure. And this, we have yellow, whatever type of damage that is. Earth damage, and I think we have... Yeah, I don't know. Either one of these seems fine. We'll go with the wolf. What the hell's that? Equipment boon. Fire. Equipment from random loot drops have a 35% chance to have a higher tier. Or, at the end of each combat, 25% chance that one of your monsters gains 1 extra XP. I'll go with fire. Better loot, maybe. Give me that loot. You're back up at a height now. If you perform a Void Blitz from a height on an enemy that's on the ground, it will lose 3 poise instead of 2. Your monsters don't have to fight alone. The Aethermancer can use certain actions in combat, such as artifacts. Artifacts are special items that you can use in combat. Each artifact has a certain number of charges, which are refreshed whenever you get to a rest site. So you don't have to worry about losing them when you can use them. Okay. Let's try to inspect the Wolpertinger. But we keep just inspecting the Sharoof. I don't know. Oh, it's because I'm... Okay, got it. Yeah, so I was going to look at the... Yeah, leadership. As long as this monster has sidekick, other allies gain +2 damage. So we're going to use this. And that'll give these guys more attack. This generates fire and earth ether. Oh, nice. So that sidekick is whenever another ally attacks, triggers a sidekick attack on this monster against target enemy, dealing 1 times 4 damage based on this monster's elements, then consumes a stack. Okay, now I know what that does. Great. Oh my god, get staggered, you doinkus. Get got. Get got, you doinkus. Beware, at least one of your enemies is going to reset its poise in this turn as part of its reset action. Apart from resetting its poise, reset actions generates 1 more random ether and triggers an additional effect based on the individual monster. Enemies use reset actions the turn after they were staggered or when enough turns pass in combat without them getting staggered. It's got burn on him. What does a burn do? I don't know what the burn does. Doesn't say that it has burn here. This is mine, this is his. Anyway. Let's go, levels. Let's go. Start your turn. Shields a self for 2. Okay. Give me that loot. It's weird. We can jump across high platforms, but not here. The collection of statues is likely related to a local monsterkin tradition. I haven't seen anything like it anywhere else during my travels in Terrace Day. Oh, fuck. I didn't parry it. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to, but I didn't. Oh, it's just got 1 health left. Do your monsters also have poise? I don't know. I don't think so. Just kill that guy. 2x3 damage against target enemy, applies 2 weakness. Aqua Pounce 3x2 damage was the enemy. Let's get weakness on this one, I guess. Aha! Reset action sidekick. Okay, they're getting some good hits in. It's my fault for. Oh my god, what's this guy doing? Don't do that. We're all weakened now, I think. Oh, I thought that we were all weak. I guess we have some kind of a status effect on all 3 units. On copied action, purges the same amount. This monster can copy the last 2 enemy actions and use them once. Okay, that's what's going on. Blossoming Strike. 3x3 damage against 1 target enemy. Applies 2 regeneration to all allies. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna copy his fucking ability. Why shouldn't I? Apparently we get a heal on our doggo character. It just needs to be a higher level. That's all. Okay, this guy's gonna get staggered. So now he's fucked. Fucking got him. Look at all that worthiness. Got a couple levels. 4x4 damage against 1 enemy, plus 25% crit chance. 3x4 damage against all enemies, applies 3 burn to all enemies. Okay, what does burn do? Burn. When this monster consumes ether to use an action or gets interrupted, deals X fire damage to it. X equals the amount of stacks. Okay. It's not removing their resources. It's like dealing the specialized, like whatever they're weak to, like that damage to them, and then it makes them vulnerable when we destroy it. Steals 1 enemy ether, free action. This action can be used without ending the monster's turn. Each monster can only use 1 free action per turn. Let's do this. So joint protection, whenever an ally triggers sidekick, shields both attackers for 2. Healing +1. When an ally is healed to full health, cleanses 2 corruption from them. Triggers up to once per monster in combat. Once per monster per combat. This trait affects all allies or enemies. At once, you can have 1 of each aura trait across all monsters in your party. So this is that guy's party AoE heal? Triggers up to once. Okay. Oh, this healing +1 increases the amount of heals. Or a sidekick attacks. Sidekick attacks from allies deal 2x2 damage hits. And make it double. Interesting. These all seem pretty good, because like we can use a sidekick thing with our other sidekick stuff too. Looks like our Wolpertinger has sidekick, at least one, maybe more in the future. So I'm gonna go with that.
A soul altar. A crude altar crafted by the monsterkin many centuries ago as a place of worship for the monster deities. A sacrifice is required for those who wish to use the soul altar's power. Should you accept, one of your spare monster souls will be released to the void. You may then choose a temporary boon that will aid your monsters in the next 2 battles. You'll be offered a selection of boons based on the types of monsters. The soul altar may be used multiple times, but only one of its boons may be active at once. At the start of combat, purge 3 enemy ether. Allies get plus 15% crit chance. At the start of combat, applies 3 burn to all enemies. Yeah, purge that ether. Why not? So many demos. We have so many. So many, Eternal. It's going good. Where the fuck do I go? Void Blitz! Okay. You're fighting an ooze. Its signature trait can be tricky to fight against, as it can deal increasing amounts of damage to your whole party if left unchecked. You can inspect your enemy's signature traits by pressing X to inspect the feature and inspect them in combat. Putrid Odor. On action, applies 2 poison to self. Whenever poison triggers on this monster, enemies also take damage from it. Wow. That's pretty fucking terrifying. Let's attack that. Is this Pokemon? A little bit like Pokemon. A smidge. A skosh, a tad bit. There he goes in with that poison. Burn them all, baby. I don't have any. I only have one ability that's like good for gold there, so. Nice stagger. Love it.
I guess I could do Blossoming Strike. I'll kill that guy. Get some regen on my guys. Absolutely beat their ass. Alright, let's stagger this guy too. Why shouldn't I? Stagger the both of them. Yeah, art's really great in this game. Animations are really wonderful. It's like quite good. All around solid. Victory! Four by 3 damage against target enemy. On interrupt, applies 2 sidekick to self. Triggers when an enemy action is interrupted. Actions get interrupted when the enemy gets staggered, killed, or when the enemy lacks the ether or ether required to play for the action cost. Okay. Steals 2 enemy ether, applies 2 sidekick to self. Ice Spears, 2 times 4 damage against all enemies. Critical hits deal 3 additional damage. Let's steal some ether. I think I'm probably about good with this demo. I definitely am liking it. Whenever a buff is applied to this monster, 20% chance to apply another stack of the same buff. Cannot trigger with itself. Increases damage of burn against enemies by 1. Increases damage of each water hit by 1. It'd be great to be able to look at the abilities on my creatures from this screen, just so that I can verify what abilities they have. I'm going to go with this because we have burn abilities on this guy. You found the end of the zone. You might want to use the map to check if there are any undiscovered spots left in the zone. You can also use the map to teleport to any points of interest you've discovered in this zone. You can open the map, the pause menu by pressing that. Looks like we missed something back there. We've been here. I don't know why it's got an exclamation point. Oh, a sacrifice is required for those who wish to use the soul's altar. Should you accept? No. We don't want to do that. We already used it once. Witch. A witch. Can we get another one? Ah, nope. Okay. Maybe I don't want to replace any. What's up, witch?
You walk the pilgrim's path, Siriu. Do you feel enlightened yet? Personally, I always feel calm around here, even with all the void and monsters, believe it or not.
Reroll trade at the Whoopertinger. Trade of the Shroof or trade of the Orthrus? I don't know. Every 3 wind ether consumed by allies applies sidekick to self. At the start of the combat, whenever an enemy is staggered, applies 1 force to self. Turns each hit into a critical hit. Critical purging on every 4 crits. Purge 1 enemy ether. All right. I don't know. I don't know if I parried successfully or not. I did hit A. Seeing what you'd overwrite before making a choice would be nice. Yeah. I get, like, before we started that operation, we did see what we had before, but still. Look at this little dragon. Look at this little guy. He's got little fluttery wings. Oh, would you look at that? Look at this little guy. He's just a little guy. Wow. Whenever your monsters take a certain amount of direct damage from enemy actions without being protected by a shield, they take on Corruption. Corruption lowers their starting health in each following combat. Try to avoid Corruption if possible. Okay. I see. So that's what that purple bar encroaching on my monster's health is. So this should put additional burn on all enemies, right? No. Whenever this monster applies 1 or more burn stacks on an enemy, break 1 poise on them. Oh, it breaks 1 poise. Oh, no, that's your signature, didn't I? Yeah, whenever a buff is applied to this monster, 20% chance. Oh, I put it on the other guy? No. Burn damage +1. Yeah, burn damage +1. And water... Oh, I think it's when burn activates, it does more damage, I think, actually. Okay. Damn, get staggered. Get absolutely dumpstered. Okay. Like I said, I think I'm good. I'm gonna wishlist this one. I think it seems pretty cool. So roguelite creature collector. Unlock monsters. And have up to 3 join you in battle. You know what this reminds me of a little bit is Cassette Beasts a tad. It's not exactly the same at all. Cassette Beasts is a little bit more in the neighborhood of like some combination between Pokemon and Digimon, I would say, but nevertheless, I think that it's it kind of reminds me a little bit of that, where you kind of like you like weaken them and then you like scan them in or whatever, and then that allows you to add them into your party. Lots of unique attacks, fantastic art, really great animations. Fun. 4. Solid 4. And maybe we'd play that again on stream. Not one that I would like typically play all the time, I don't think. But maybe. And I definitely recommend checking that out. It's pretty cool.